Oh. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few days since I filmed. Oh, I didn't think so. Yeah, error 1. There's probably not enough voltage to start the heater here in Big Fella. Oh, so it's been a few days since I filmed. Last video I was in BC. I made it back about 3 or 4 days ago, but I still have my little girl from the majority of that time. So we were actually at a hotel as soon as we got back to Calgary. And now I'm faced with all of this because it was very, very cold while we were gone. I'm going to have to solve this situation first, as I don't know if you saw there. It's -6 in the big rig right now. If you don't know why I'm in a completely different rig, well, make sure you have notifications turned on and you subscribe to the channel so you never miss a Van Life Plus episode. We can't keep going over it every single video. Yeah, my goal today is to get this place a little bit warmer in case the good ship Lucky has to go in, because she's still not starting. And I actually attempted to get it going yesterday. We'll look at that here in a minute. But I misspoke in the last video when I said that one battery at 12.3 was probably dead. It actually probably would start and would run a vehicle. You usually want your voltage to be between 12.2 and I think like 12.7 or whatever like that. So that battery probably would have been fine. However, I spent a lot of time charging up the old battery and it still didn't do anything. This is what I was attempting to do yesterday. Okay, this is the current state of things. Just recently dropped Brooklyn back off with her mom after our week together, which was awesome. Now I'm finally staring down the barrel of trying to deal with everything. So I got Big Fella and Lucky still parked down here at Walmart. This is where they've been for far too long as far as I'm concerned. Lucky also hasn't been getting any sort of charge to her house batteries because she doesn't start. I can't run her, and there hasn't been any solar, and there's a bunch of snow on the solar panels anyway. So I've got EcoFlow here fully topped up because I've dragged it over to the hotel with me, which I have one for one more night. So it was basically fully topped up, 98%. Shut up. I got my Noco 10 amp charger plugged in on the AC side, and I got the positive and negative connected to my house batteries to keep them topped up so that the heater can keep ticking away, so that Lucky, oh, that is ill-advised. I'm gonna have to get that reattached immediately so that Lucky doesn't turn into an ice box, right? I don't like the idea of my home getting frozen. It happened to me once a couple years ago and it sucks. So I'm going to leave this trickle charger on the house batteries overnight. I can see on the diesel heater, it was down to about 13.1 volts for the house battery. Heater's still on. I have it at about 15 degrees Celsius, which is this in Fahrenheit. And now while I'm here, I also charged up Lucky's Optima battery last night with this same charger. I also had it load tested at Canadian Tire yesterday, and they said it's fine. Lucky, the Chevy Express requires 600 CCAs, which if you don't know, that stands for cold cranking amps to start. And it's an 800 battery. They tested it, it came at like 611 or something, so it clearly just needed to be recharged. The bottom line is that the battery should still be good. So I'm gonna put the battery back into Lucky's engine bay, then I'm gonna crawl underneath, and I'm gonna give my starter a little bit of a whack and see if it straightens her out, so I can determine whether or not this is a starter issue, because I don't think it's the battery anymore, or the alternator for that matter. I got the battery back in. It's reading 12.5 volts right now, and it's been unplugged for a while, so yes, this battery should be fine. I also now, I don't know, hi Big Fella, might be in you very, very soon, I don't know, but I don't know which side the starter's on. The heater's ticking away very loud. There's no nice way to do this. I just gotta get down on my hands and knees and give it a whack. Should probably have a flashlight actually, hang on. Oh, where are you? Here with all my other accoutrements? There you are. Boom, torch. Are you staying nice and warm in the Jeep?
Yeah.
Still on hold with Telus?
Yeah.
Yeah, life's rough. Have fun, she says, right? Well, I'm gonna attempt driver's side. I'm probably wrong though. Ooh, this is gonna be cold. All right. Tally ho, away we go. Let's see, where are you, starter? Hello? You're near the transmission. I know that much. Hello? You are not on this side. Ugh, damn it. Okay. I'm gonna need a brushing off after. Oh my God. Ooh. Crocs do not keep out the elements. Let's see. Oh, I'm way too far back. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Where are you, you bastard? Hello? Wait, what the oh, there you are. That's the starter right there. All right, I'm gonna do a little walk. Oh, can't see shit. How many times am I supposed to whack it? Oh, all right. Let's see if that did. That's all. Now, where are my keys? Ah. I need Lucky's keys.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they answered. Guess what they flippin' said? Oh, we can't help you. We're closed now. I'm like, I've been on hold with you for 45 minutes, and he's like, I'll see if I'll transfer you to technical department, see if they can handle this. Are you kidding me?
Can I have the keys to the van?
Keys.
First world problems. Okay, here we go. Hi. Nothing. But as you can see, we have power, so this remains a mystery, Charlie Brown. I'm gonna go brush off the snow and go have a nice comfortable sleep in the hotel and figure out my life tomorrow. So yeah, that was a lot of fun crawling around on my back in the cold weather without any sort of success. So I'm pretty confident that it's the starter in Lucky. I'm gonna check the fuses and the relays for the starter in Lucky's engine bay before I make the decision to purchase a new starter, because they're not exactly cheap. I think I found one at Auto Value here in Calgary for about $315. So if I make the decision to do that, it should be a fairly straightforward swap. I'm watching a few YouTube videos, because that's what you do when you don't know how to do something. It seems like the starter on the Chevy Express is pretty easy to get at. So, or sorry, I know it's easy to get at, but it looks like it's easy to take out. Obviously, I saw it yesterday when I was whacking it with a ratchet, and I actually did get Amber to help me after the fact. I had her sit in Lucky and try to crank her while I was tapping on the starter, and still nothing. So got to rule a bunch of other things out first. It's been quite the ordeal back and forth with the hotel because it's been so cold here. I've been trying to keep Lucky going, and obviously the EcoFlow is completely dead now. It was powering that Noco charger all night on the house batteries just to keep Lucky nice and warm. So we should probably be talking in Lucky, since she's the warmer one of the two rigs. But it's sad to see Big Fella in this state, so I'm gonna have to get the Jackery back in here and plug its trickle charger in so we can get its house batteries up. Actually, maybe it'd be better for me to use my 10 amp Noco on the house batteries. Maybe that's what we should do. But yeah, I was hauling the EcoFlow and the Jackery back and forth between here and the hotel to bring them in there to charge up, because there hasn't been any solar. I highly doubt brushing off the solar panels like I just did is going to have any little bit of difference. We might get 10 watts of solar, maybe, but probably not. Oh yeah, power is a rare resource around these parts right now. So let's get Big Fella hopefully squared away here, and I might actually have to use the generator in Big Fella to charge the EcoFlow. And yes, I still have a hole in my toe. That's a whole thing. I'm still rocking the lime green Crocs, even in the snow, which is ill-advised and very stupid, but they're so comfortable. And I've had my wrapping off of my toe twice now. It's nasty AF, but I like to try to let it breathe. I let it do that for about 2 hours last night in the hotel. Just hung out on the bed, watched a movie, and just dangled my toe in the air. Then rewrapped it with polysporin, but so I'll do that later as well. There's lots of balls in the air, as they say. I hate when my balls are in the air. It's another thing that doesn't like the cold. These power stations, both the Jackery and the EcoFlow, were throwing a little bit of a fit when we first got back from BC. They got to be warmed up before they will even charge. Thank goodness it's 2025 and these things are built to know when they're too cold. So yeah, back here, there's a little, I think 4 amp charger. That would work, but we've got more power. So we'll get this back in here and let's go get my charger and we'll hook it up to the house battery here in Big Fella. Because the more power we have, the better. Or the faster it will be anyway. Okay. There's our house battery. Let's get the Noco slapped on there and plugged into the Jackery so we can get it powered up. Alternatively, I could also just turn Big Fella on, I suppose. And he could just use the alternator charge, but that's kind of what got me in this situation with Lucky. I'm so secure. Where, oh where, oh where. It's nice and warm in here. We still got our heater going and whatnot. The Pussycat is very comfortable. Don't worry, darling, I won't be far. Believe me, you want to be in here rather than big fella right now. It's a little chilly. Oh, it's plugged into the back of this thing. Shocking. There we go. Come here. Okay. That bad boy up there. Negative on the negative. The positive on the positive. This jacker actually still needs to go back to Craze Outdoors. I sent an email to Diego. I think he needs me to bring it in before they can actually do an exchange. It's under warranty because it's, I don't know, this port broke already when it's barely, it's not even 5 months old, I don't think. All right, so you're plugged in. There we go, buddy. You're not lithium though, it's just a regular 12 volt. Might be AGM. Put it on that. And let's see. Tick, 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 ticking away. Well, you're not gonna hear any tick, but there we go. We come down here. Let's press the OK button and see what kind of voltage reading we get. Yeah, now we're already up to 12.3. Try turning you on again. Might not be enough, but yeah, the battery symbol's even flashing. I never noticed that before. It's telling me that the battery's probably very chilly. I can't warm you up until I charge you up, so I guess we'll leave this for a while before starting the heater again, and let's take a look under Lucky's hood at some fuses. Grace also is in dire need of a wash clean. Oh, I guess we'll have to put that on the docket soon. Maybe even later today. She's locked as well. There we go. From the outside all the way to the inside. Like I gotta pull all the mats out and clean it out. This is a road trip vehicle through the Rocky Mountains in winter, and she's all sorts of gross. And if you lean up against her, she will very quickly remind you just how gross she is. Why did I come back here? My gloves, where are you? You're right. You up here where you should be? Like easy access for the driver? No, of course not. Why would I be? They would just be smart. Okay, well, these gloves will have to do. My hitch-up gloves. Lord knows where my winter gloves are. They could be in multiple places at this point. My life is, well, it might seem contained. It is spread out amongst many boxes and bags. All right, this is always fun with Lucky's fuse box. It is buried, well, not buried, but it's way down here below the brake fluid. Get this bloody lid off. I should be an expert at this by now, but nay. It's not lost on me that the universe works in mysterious ways. That when I came into possession of big fella over here, Lucky decided to start throwing a little bit of a hissy fit. That's, you know, it's a nice sort of comfort, because if Lucky has to get towed and go into the car doctor for a while, I'll be able to move into big fella as opposed to getting yet another hotel room. Why is this being so difficult? This is one of those moments where you just want to curse it. Don't you close back on me. I already opened that one tab, you bastard. Why couldn't you throw this fit when it was summertime, Lucky? You know? That'd be nice. Well, it wouldn't be nice. It'd be more ideal to work in. I don't think I can work with these gloves on. They're pretty bulky. Okay, well, it's gone from bad to worse. Not in a crazy sense, but like the mount where my fuse box sits onto the like wall or the wheel well of Lucky, that's a great shot. Look at all that headroom. Cinematography award of the year goes to. Anyway, I was trying to get that lid. I don't know why it was so hard to get the cover off that time. Maybe it's just because my hands were cold. I had to come in here and warm up a little bit, but I ended up pulling the fuse box, the back two mount legs out, and now I can't reseat it. So the fuse box, it's in there, but it's only in there by the front. Anyways, it also only seems like the Chevy Express has a starter relay and not a fuse. And I don't know how to test a relay other than having it in there and then trying to start and hearing if the relay clicks or not. I guess I could just listen for it. It's also the only relay of its kind in there. There's like 4 other relays, but they're different numbers. I don't know that I can use the same relay, because that's another way you could do it, is you could swap relays, right? Take like your horn relay and put it in the starter relay. But it seems to me in this instance that they are different, like this. So way down in there, see, this right here is the starter relay. This guy that's not focusing, right? Stupid. Let's zoom in. 0329, and these other ones over here are 0202s. I don't think they look to be the same size, but I don't think I can just put them in there. I hate relays. I always have, I always will. But yeah, I was reading a bunch of stuff and watching other videos, and most vehicles have a starter relay, but also a fuse. Well, I don't see one here. So I'm gonna go into Lucky where it's warm, because, well, it's not too cold out here right now. Standing out here doing nothing definitely gets to your digits. So I'm gonna come back in here, and I'm just going to look up what I can and see what somebody else on the internet is saying. Here we go. Yeah, well, all I can see from looking up is that is the only thing that is in there specifically for starter. But there's also 3 fuses in here that are labeled as ignition. So we've got ignition A, ignition B, and ignition E. Well, in mine, it's ignition 0, ignition, and there's E. I'm going to check all of those, because those are just going to be these tiny little fuses down here. And after that, I don't know, there's one more thing I can do, and that's putting a boost pack on the battery, which I've been doing in the past before with the little Noco one that I have. One of my amazing supporters down in Australia, hello James, he sent me another one on Amazon thinking it would solve my problem. It's a 3500 amp one, so we'll throw that on there and see. But again, I'm pretty confident it ain't the battery. Well, let me take the yeah, I'm gonna take the, I'm gonna check the fuses. Of course, the fuses are fine. They're always fine. It's never a fuse, not when it's anything big like this, not in my experience, but it could happen, so it's good to rule them out. What I'm gonna do now is, before I try the boosting, I'm gonna try to start Lucky again and see if I hear this thing clicking. I also pulled out this relay. This is apparently for the air conditioner. The only difference that I can see, and relays should be relays, but there's some corrosion on there, but whatever. My air conditioner is working just fine. This one has this post here, this middle one, whereas that one for the starter did not have it. So that's strange. I should still be able to plug this in. There is a spot for that 87 whatever post to go into, but let's see if this stupid thing clicks. I'm thinking about maybe putting my mic down close to it and recording and see. So you watch the relay. Heard something, but I gotta watch this back before I'll know that I heard anything from right there. Well, I don't think that did nothing, so I couldn't hear this thing clicking or anything. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, this one just doesn't have that post there. Never has. I've never changed this, so that's weird. That's why I hate relays. Let's try putting this guy in. See if he makes a damn bit of difference, if he will even fit. Okay. This is how Lucky explodes. Okay. Where are the... Oh my goodness, keys everywhere. Lucky, where are your keys? Alright, let's see what happens. And... nothing. Okay, so... either that relay did squat, or it's not the relay. I'm inclined to think it's not the relay. Let's put the OG one back and try the booster just for shits and giggles. Good to try different things, I suppose. Better give Lucky back her air conditioner too. Here you go, darling. Yeah. Okay. And I wonder how hard it's going to be to reseat this damn fuse box. It's a little wobbly in there. Get the Gorilla Tape. Don't forget to put your Leatherman back on your hip. Oh, where is this booster? In one of the many bags and boxes. So yeah, like I said, this came from James, and I don't remember the brand. Is it on here? Yeah, it should be. Gillaway. So it's the same idea as the Noco, right? All these are the same. You got a box with a bunch of power stored in it. Plug it in. Only one way to do this? Yes. All right. Well, let's see if that does anything at all. Hey, Lucky, just go and tickle a little bit. Nothing. I don't know why my little arms are like flickering a bit when I power her off and then back on. They kind of stutter. Never noticed them do that before. This is slowly starting to sound like a job for the mechanics up at Mickelson's. Okay, well, this was all for naught because it didn't work with the boosting it, obviously. And also now, when I look here, it was at 12.1 before I tried to boost it, and now we're at 12, or we're still at 12.1. So I don't know if that's enough to start a car. Might be if it was a smaller engine. Irrelevant, it's not starting. But between the battery getting down low in voltage, the fuse box dismounting itself, and potentially the starter needing to be replaced, I think I'm about to call this with me attempting to fix it. I love to do this stuff myself. I really truly do. But right now, with everything going on with 3 vehicles and it being winter, I think it's time for Lucky to go to the car doctor. I haven't made any phone calls yet, but I do have an AMA membership, so the tow would be covered. I'd have to call Mickelson's first to see when they can get her in, because I don't want her having sitting up there any longer than she absolutely has to. But I'm not going to do that if I can't get the other house operational. Let's see how this is going over here. So if we peak here, what are you at? Down to 92%. 111 watts going in. Ooh, up to 14.1. Battery symbol still flashing though. I'm still going to give this a shot. Let's turn it on. Click. There we go. Hopefully this works. Maybe it was just flashing because it errored out before, not because it was a consistent problem. I'm going to go with that. Because 14.1 volts, we got more than enough power to start things up. And oh yeah, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. So while that kicks on, actually, we're going to talk about one more thing as well. And that is this guy here. So this is a Li-Time battery charger that I purchased for myself before I left for BC, actually. This is for Lucky. It's same brand as the batteries that are in her house batteries. If you haven't been around the channel for a while, I actually got sent my original Li-Time battery, the 200 amp hour one, from Li-Time, did a review of it on the channel, and then I was gifted another one from a subscriber. Hi, Bill! But this one I actually purchased myself from Li-Time because I've been having, not issues, but I've been noticing that the Noco 26 amp battery charger that's in Lucky, it says it gets them full, but then I was starting Lucky and driving around and I was still pulling over 700 watts from the alternator for a little bit of time there. So in my brain, I'm thinking when I have shore power, that battery charger isn't actually getting my batteries fully topped up. So I decided I would invest in a faster charger that is specifically made for LifePo 4 batteries, and it arrived whilst I was in BC. I would love to put it in Lucky and see how it works, but that seems a little counterproductive right now. I actually, funnily enough, sure, why not? Li-Time reached out to me again, separate people, because these companies have to have hundreds upon hundreds of people working for them in their, like the heaters catching and kicking up now in here. So all systems are going big fella right now. That reach out to people like me that are on YouTube and content creators and whatnot. They just reached out to me the other day asking if I would, this is who I am, I work for Li-Time, would you like to review our batteries for us? And I just find it funny because it's just like, you're clearly not keeping track. Nobody is, right? Because I wrote back and I'm like, I actually did that for you in the past. And maybe I would like to do it again because big fella could benefit from a LifePo 4 battery, right? So that might be something that I pull the trigger on a little bit later, but just wanted to shout out that I got this. I was excited to try it. It's not really helpful right now. Also, I would assume because it's specifically made for LifePo 4 batteries, there'd be no point in hooking it up to big fella. Oh, interesting. Look at that. Down to red again with this kicking on. I mean, it's all like whatever. We're still at 12. We're above 12, so that's good. And it's still, now it went up to 146 watts. So these little Noco chargers are usually really good. So I just don't know. This whole, like, if this one has 12 volt AGM and 12 volt lithium settings, then all these nice ones down here. And this is what I had Lucky's starter battery connected to at the hotel when I was charging it up, and it seemed like it worked. But anyway, they're very good, but I have to assume that lithium setting on there is for general lithium, like not LifePo 4. I know that that's lithium as well, but I think there's a difference between the lithium settings on these Nocos and the LifePo 4. I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong, but all right, I think the plan is right now to get stuff into big fella. Actually, what I should do is pull out the generator, maybe plug it into Lucky's Shoreline and charge up my EcoFlow. Is that what I'm doing? Am I being that guy in the Walmart parking lot right now? Well, it's better to do it now than 11 o'clock at night. Or is it? I would just upset my fellow campers, not patrons of Walmart. It's happening. Okay, I haven't actually fired this thing up a second time since the first time I gave it a go. So let's see. Remember the instructions here? Yes, yes. Does not like me. Is it out of gas? Maybe it's out of gas. Yeah, I'm gonna say she was out of gas. We'll top this sucker up and then hopefully she will go, go, go. I'm still learning how everything there is to learn about generators. Obviously, I've never really used one before. Simple enough, and it'd be interesting to see how beneficial this actually is. All right, she is tippy topped up. Let's give this another try, shall we? Again, here we go. Yeah, it definitely helps when you have gas in the damn thing. I mean, it's loud, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, also once I walk out here, that's not so bad. I'm okay with that. All right, let's get some stuff plugged in and charged up and lucky before we send her on her way. I keep saying that, like that's probably what's gonna happen today. At this point, it's probably gonna be call Mickelson's today and then maybe get her towed tomorrow or something, because we're still gonna have to move as much comfort stuff from the good ship Lucky over to Big Fella. Right, Penny? Including you and your pooper. All right, let's get stuff plugged in. All right, you can see we got power to our shoreline there with the red light. Let's plug the EcoFlow in here. This should bring the screen to life, hopefully. Hey, hi, Penny. There we go. We got a putty tat on a solar generator. We got a generator charging a solar generator. Yeah, I know. Everybody just calm down. It is what it is. Let's crank that up. I think I have my EcoFlow set quite low. So if we go into the EcoFlow app here, let's see, it boots up. Oh, right. New phone. Hang on. All right, I am back in. We can see Lucky's Delta 2 Max is dead AF, but once this loads up, it should show us how much it's charging. Yeah, I got it set really low. This is what I really like about EcoFlow is you can go into the app here and you can change the charging speed on this bad boy. I can also just flip the switch at the back to turn it to fast charge, but we don't like that. Let's push this Jenny to its limit. Come into the limit. 1800 watts. Ooh, I heard the generator kick up. Oh, it's way louder now. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, she's louder when she charges more. Science, motherfucker. Never seen the charging circle that low before. It's just a little red bit of power floating around at the bottom. But at that fully charge, or whatever, that fast charge maximum, should only take an hour and 18 minutes. Probably even less once this thing gets up to like 80%. Tends to go a little faster at the end there. Okay, well, since we're already making that much noise outside with the generator, might as well fire up Big Fella and run her a bit, because again, it's been cold the last few days. All right, girl. Hello? There you go. Firing right up. Like a Ford should. Is it weird to call a Big Fella and then she? We shall rename you one day? Maybe. I have no idea what's going on with my life right now. Ah! Well, we may as well give Mickelson's a call here and see when they can get us in, because all chances are it might be more than a day or two.
Hello.
Hi, is this Mickelson's?
Yeah, this is Mickelson's auto.
Sorry. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. I've got a van that is dead in the water.
Yeah, I'll ask Ron to call you back just to make sure for the appointment.
Sure.
So, Matthew Allen.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Matthew Allen. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, my man. If I don't hear from you, we'll see you tomorrow. Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. I don't know who that is. He is new. That was a whole mumbo jumbo, but it sounds promising. Not very busy right now, so we should be able to get Lucky in tomorrow, no problem. Unless, of course, there's an issue. Like you said, Ron will call me back. So it's time to start schlepping stuff from the good ship Lucky over here. Okay, not a lot of stuff right now. Just a couple bags, my water bottle, obviously, the ever-important bucket. There's a bunch more stuff in Grace that still needs to come out as well, but again, can either just stay in Grace or it'll come into Big Fella later. I'm also thinking I want to bring my fridge over, because just in case this turns into an ordeal where Lucky's got to stay a while, I don't want my ice maker. So we might have to do a little bit of a swappy swap here with the old fridge, back into Lucky, and then we'll bring the Glacier over here. Although I'm not even 100% sure. Now the Glacier should still fit there, because I believe this fridge is bigger, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then I'm going to have to address the elephant in the room, which for me is, no, not the amazing Crocs on my feet, but the yuck that is currently happening on the floor. It sounds like a future Matthew problem, but future Matthew problem very soon by going into Hotel Walmart and getting myself a Swiffer WetJet. I'm not gonna be able to stand this, but for now, I'm gonna walk around. I also gonna want to clean out in here. This is the mock closet, bathroom, shower area, whatever, and the bottom is just a little bit yucky nar. So I say we get that stuff out of here and maybe attack it with my vacuum first, and then get in there with some wipes or something. There I go. Okay, and yeah, obviously Penny and her litter box still need to come, but I'm waiting for it to get nice and warm in here because it's been so cold. Back here is still quite frigid and whatnot, so I'd like Big Fella to feel more like a home before we bring Her Majesty over. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. To continue to illustrate just how cold it's been here, I'm done vacuuming it, and I went and I grabbed the Lysol wipes that were in here, but yeah, they're just a little frozen. I don't think I'm going to be able to clean much with that till they thaw out. So we'll put these in front of the vent and let them thaw out a bit first. And then yeah, a couple swipes around there and it should be nice spick and span, up to my standards. Talked about it before. Yeah, that's a drain if you really wanted to have a shower. But I'm still of the mind that don't do it. This is bare wood. Okay, what else can I clean? You're looking around back here. I don't know if I love this or hate this with the fans. Like, it's unique for sure, but this one especially doesn't quite close super tight right now. I should go out there and look at it once I'm done using the generator. It's loud. You can hear the generator, obviously. You have this much more holes cut in your wall. It's going to happen. Now, obviously, I've got zero experience with Big Fella in the hot weather, so I can't speak to how great these are. But right now, me, with the way I've been living my van life and just like, in my little box, I would much rather this just be a solid wall. You know what I mean? If I decide to keep Big Fella or whatever, I think I might do that, right? Wall it off. I don't know, lots of stuff to consider. For sure. I'll come down here. I wonder how much space there is in these cupboards, because, like, headroom-wise. Like, I wonder if this is enough room for Penny if I put her litter box in here. I don't think so. She tends to like to stretch up when she's shitting, you know? You probably don't know who does that. But the only other place that really works for her is either at the front, under the table, or in here, but if I'm going to use that as storage, you know what I mean? Also, I guess if potentially knock a shelf out if I really wanted to. Cat litter area. That is not something that is happening today. Let me tell you what. How are our Lysol wipes doing? That's gonna take a while. Vinegar it is. That's pretty good. Now that's quality content. All right, generator's still going, still charging up. It's going a lot slower than I thought. It doesn't like going at max. So I don't know how it charged the Jackery, because as far as I know, the Jackery, you can't change the wattage that it charges at, but maybe it's not 1800. Anyway, I'm coming back into Lucky here. Well, for one, to see Penny. Hello? Hello? Yeah. You gonna have a sleepover with me and Big Fella? I'm gonna test it out and see. It's a good time. It's kind of funny because it's like, this is what I wanted to do anyway, was like see how different it was to have a van I could stand up in with more space and all of that. I just didn't think it would be under these conditions. I thought it would be more my choice, and I guess it still is, but you know what I mean? Like, Lucky's acting a little crazy, throwing a temper tantrum, as she do, and now we're gonna opt for it. So yeah, we'll get along okay. I came back in here because I need to get some Ginch as well as some other clothes so we can have that on hand. Sorry, Penny, excuse me. I had my torch out the other day because when we first got back from BC and we came down here to check on the vehicles, everything was frozen. The Lucky had run out of diesel, so she was an ice box as well. So I had filled up the Rotopacks on Grace, brought it over here to fill up her diesel tank and get Lucky going again to get her up to the temperature she is now, which is quite lovely. But then the Rotopacks, I couldn't get it unlocked from Grace because just driving through the mountain, getting all wet from the road grime, and then the temperature dropping so dramatically when we got back to Alberta, the lock had frozen and I didn't have any other solution. So I dug out the torch and we blow-torched the keyhole. And that's how we got the Rotopacks off. Don't try that at home. Is this as bright as my lights going here right now, or is there another? It is. It's been a hot minute since I've been in Lucky. Okay, gotta see here. Do I still have those green zip containers. I think I might be using all of them right now, actually. For clothes, oh man, there's 2 of them for sure in our go bag right now. Where is it, Penny? It's not here. Ah, it's very warm in here. Time to derobe. Oh, okay. Just take the flannel off. Start there. Okay, let's move all this stuff over here. Excuse me, Penelope. Oh. Never ends. Oh, I remember what happened to it now. That 3rd green black zipper bag, I put summer clothes in it that were in these cupboards a while back, and it's actually in now one of the drawers underneath the bed, and Lucky's backed up into the bushes. I can't get at that drawer right now, so that's just gonna have to stay there, and we're gonna have to hand bomb our dirty Ginch through the parking lot, unless of course, I guess we could stuff it into a pillowcase or 2. Oh no, that's just 1 king-size pillowcase. Stuff your Ginch in it. Here we go. Does this make sense? Should it do? Yeah, whatever. Do I need all of it? I don't know. Ooh, pajama pants might be nice, because again, I don't know how cold it's going to be in big fella around the bed, right? I'm very familiar with Lucky's temperature balance and all that good stuff, but yeah, when it comes to big fella, we have no idea, so that's going to be a learning experience tonight as well. You never know when you're going to need more Ginch, so let's just take all of our underwear, at the very least, and get some nice warm socks, and the summer socks and whatnot can definitely just stay in here. That's fine. We don't need any of you. And I do have some laundry, like I said, in my go bag still. So that's good. Anything back here we might need? Oh gosh, maybe a sweater or 2. I don't know how cold it's going to be. Yeah, maybe a few t-shirts as well. Okay, so I got the set power out of here. It is back in Lucky. I just had to undo its connection from the fuse box below this and then feed the wires back up through here. And I got the Glacier right here, and I got it into the position, but this little crossbar here is sort of in the way of it fitting snugly, so we're going to remove it. That set power, it had a bunch of beer in it, which froze and burst, and then as it warmed up started to melt, so there was slushy beer in there. Normally that would be a tragedy, an absolute tragedy, but in this case it was Budweiser, so there was 0 love lost. It's better off in the garbage bag. So yeah, we're gonna zip this crossbeam out of here. Looks like it's just a couple of Robertson screws. I already done one, so there we go. And we've got even more stuff to clean. Let's see how well the Glacier fits here. I don't have the Glacier's wiring removed from Lucky yet, just because I wanted to see if I could fit it in here before I do that, because that will also involve removing it from Lucky's fuse box. But the nice thing about the Glacier, again, is it has a battery, so the fridge is still on. But I also emptied out my fridge before I left for BC, so there's nothing in it anyway. Okay, this is pretty good. There, that's better. Well, it's a little, why are you rocking and rolling? Why are you rocking and rolling? Maybe that's why he had these little colored tabs here for the feet. Get it under there. There! Now it doesn't rock and roll anymore. Ha-ha! Welcome to Big Fella, Glacier. Now we can make all the ice till the cows come home. Yeah, we should give this a little clean since it's empty. Yeah, so this thing was pretty obvious. It was separating the fridge and the jackery, which keeps everything nice and tight. And it was originally in like this. I could just, well, I'd have to remove the screws, but we could put it back in like this so that it keeps everything nice and steady as well. Might be something I actually do, because these screws are very long. They could probably, well, I actually don't know if they go through that way. Might have to get some longer ones. I have some. Again, they're in Lucky's underbed drawer. Future Matthew problem. All right, back in a good ship, Lucky. Under the bed here is where we gotta go next. Come on. Well, I mean, like the battery charger's charging away. Again, because we're plugged into the generator and all that good stuff, but it just doesn't top up how I would like it to. So the unfortunate thing here with this is I need this cable, right? This is the Glacier's charge cable, and I've actually zip tied it in with these other wires here. So we're gonna have to remove those zip ties to free it up. Then I'll have to track it in here and over to the fuse box, and then we will undo it from there. That it should be very simple. It's just unfortunate I gotta undo all this. Again, I've got another one of these plugs. Anybody wanna guess where it is? All right, it's gonna be a little harder than I initially thought, because for those that don't remember, which includes me, there's also zip ties all along the main bundle of wiring here, and that includes the wire for the fridge. So yes, I could just cut them all off and pull the wire out, but then all of these wires are going to be loose. So I would rather remain as efficient as I can. I'm going to go have to get some zip ties, because again, I think the ones I have are in the back. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but I will take one off, pull out the wires for the fridge, put a new zip tie on, and then when I want to come back in here with the Glacier, it'll just be a matter of running it in and just putting a couple zip ties. Whose idea was this? Okay, we are at 70%. 44 minutes roughly left to be running the generator. Then I think I'll probably actually want to charge up the Jackery as well. But I don't want to leave. I don't want to go over to Walmart while the generator's running, although what difference would it make? As I gotta get my zip ties into Swiffer, so yeah, maybe that is what we do right now. All right, suit up. What could possibly go wrong? This is a good opportunity for me to use the Biffy as well. It's been a long afternoon of tidying and shuffling. Grace, thank you very much. I'm actually not even sure if they're going to have zip ties at Walmart. Do they? It's like one of those things, living at Walmart for as long as I have, I think I'd have the store memorized. I do not. But great success. Cable ties, dual lock. Those will work. Come with me. Ooh, definitely going to have to hit the washroom before the wet jet. Yes, Spider-Man. Hold my zip ties for me. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Spidey. Appreciate it. I'm gonna be so domesticated. Okay, we're gonna test out the noise canceling capabilities of this microphone. I got the wire out of Lucky, and as riveting as it was to snip off those zip ties, put new ones on, and then use the Leatherman to undo it from the fuse box, I opted to not film that. So we're gonna go and attach this to Big Fella's fuse box now, but the generator is still running. EcoFlow's done. I'm dropping my Swiffer all over the floor. Get your poop in a group, stupid mop. EcoFlow is fully charged. The Jackery is now charging. So this is the current state of things right now. Open up our doors and see what's going on in here. So here's this rat's nest of stuff we ought to work with. There's a little access hole that the last fridge, its wires were run through. I don't know if that's quite big enough for these wires. We're gonna give it a shot, but this plug is gonna have to go to the far side of the fridge over there. Don't drop your power brick. My goodness, get up there. This has to go over here. All this other wire, the two ends, are gonna have to, damn it. Now my own ness has bit me in the butt because they're both red wires when I spliced in. So I don't know which one's positive, I don't know which one's negative. Ooh, the negative should be longer though. Give me a second, I need both my hands. I'm currently holding you in one. Because I made these wires the length that I needed for Lucky, right? So there's gonna be excess. But okay, it's very obvious which one is longer. Let's see if these feet through the hole. Ah, they do. Excellent. Oh, need my Leatherman again. Reason 69 to have a Leatherman. Wire your fridge into the new fuse box in the giant home on wheels. Okay, so those are connected. The wires are running through here. You can run more wire through. So is that an exposed wire? Matthew! Now I gotta get electrician's tape. Son of a... Okay. I wonder where that is. Just get as much wire through the hole as you can. Feed it through the hole like this. Ooh. And we should still have more than enough to reach the fridge. But for this, we're gonna have to go back inside. So, yikes! Gently close the door because we're still charging our jack rate. All right, so let's turn the lights back on in here. Then there's our connector. We got to bring it down here. This is going to be tricky for sure because the plug-in is right in the middle. So hang on. Pull the fridge this way a bit. That'll give me some more room. There we go. That works well. All right. And plug her in. And hopefully you get the little symbol to pop up over here, meaning she's plugged in. Yay! Great success! Getting stuff done. Wow, I just listened to that footage back that I filmed when I was outside. That noise canceling works really well. From what I could tell on listening it back on the phone, the audio still sounded a little tinny. But man, I couldn't hear the generator. So that's cool. Technology's grand. Okay, I need to do a little bit of organizing in here and then eventually clean the floor before we get the big fat pussy. All right, I haven't gotten to the floor yet. I haven't really done much tidying, actually. Well, a little bit. It doesn't look like it, but I have been. I was just poking around back here more. It's still quite cool back here. So I just cranked the heat up to 25 degrees Celsius. We're gonna get it pumping out some good heat here. And then I'm going to utilize these Ryobi fans that are down here. All right, so let me get the battery out here. Ugh. Put this guy on the fan. And then they've got these clamps on them. Right? And then so the heat will come here. If you even angle this a little bit more this way, it blows the heat. Hopefully the fan will catch it and will blow some hot air towards the back here. That's the scientific method of tonight. Also, I'm gonna have to do something about this. Again, we were talking about the fans and everything earlier. This curtain rod up here for this curtain, it's great. It's a nice blackout curtain, right? Yes, yes, yes. But it doesn't cover up all of this. So if I pull this over here to cover up the fans, like when it's time to go nighty-night, that's as far as it goes. You get that there. Not the worst. You can just put something there, no problem. But now that I've pulled it over, nah, like, hello? That's not ideal. I'm not into voyeurism. Nobody needs to watch me sleep. Granted, they couldn't see me through the fans, but I imagine it's going to be a little chilly right there. So, lots of stuff to figure out and do. Little nicks and necks here. I'd start with like extending this pole, maybe, so it goes further back here, so you can actually draw a curtain completely past these fans. All right. Well, that's good enough for now. Before I do anything else, let's see about getting this floor a little cleaner, shall we? And then I'm probably gonna have to do a garbage run because there's a few bags that I have schlepped into the Irish Pirate Queen. Ron up in Mickelson's did call me back as I was walking out of Walmart to confirm the appointment for tomorrow. So that's good. But he did make a good point that I should probably call AMA tonight and see about getting like an appointment for the tow so I don't get like stuck in a queue or something tomorrow morning. I'm sure they'd rather get to Lucky sooner rather than later. Yep. So I opted to go with the one that doesn't squirt because I figured, well, you can get wet pads, which are here and I will use, or I could also just spray the floor with vinegar and then wipe it up. There we go. Haven't had one of these in a while. Oh yeah, that's my little scrubber, the green strip. I almost forgot what you were for. This, hello. These things are really wet. My goodness gracious. All right, and Swiffer away. Ooh. Oops, sorry. The floor is uneven. Can't Swiffer around you without jostling you around just a little bit. I didn't think this through. I'm either going to have to step on the wet floor with my socks or step on it with my Crocs, get it dirty and remop it. Because I can't get you right. Just come here. Just remop it. There we go. Looking fancy. All right, well, I'm trapped here in the corner now on the steps. I kind of cleaned myself into a corner. Let's see just how dirty this floor was. Did it need it? Did it need it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd say it needed it. Probably do another one. Maybe I'll let it dry first. Was there any rhyme or reason to mopping? I don't remember. Still hanging out in the step here as I do. And I'm just wondering, it's interesting, the Jackery's only charging at 550 watts. I thought it was faster charging than that. I think it is, So I wonder if the generator just can't go that high, but I know it was closer to 1,000 watts when I was charging the EcoFlow. So I'm not 100% sure why this is happening. I don't know. There's lots of little symbols on here and who's its and what's its, but I'm not familiar with Jackery, not enough to know what's going on. Let's just get it charged up so we can do a garbage run and get the putty tat. I don't particularly want to get her and leave her in here and then go do the garbage run, because she might be a little like, what is happening? Although that being said, she does that in hotel rooms all the time. I'm sure she'd be fine. I think I've decided to put the litter pan right here for now. The generator usually goes there, but I could probably get the generator at the back and the litter pan here at the front. And then these jerry cans, I'm going to have to sort out that whole situation. Saying that out loud, I should probably grab a little bit more diesel just to be on the safe side. Again, if you don't know the situation, the diesel tank on this thing is an old red boat can, basically, and you can't really see the level too easily. So I gave it a little shake earlier after I started the heater, and it seemed nice and full, so I'm probably fine for tonight. I always worry about these things. It's really boring standing in this corner. Drive faster! Well, that's obnoxious. I just got off the phone with AMA after it took all the three-ring circus that it was to get a live agent on the phone. If you missed the video where I needed a roadside assistant to come let me into Lucky because I had locked my keys in there, you won't understand. But I'm already frustrated with AMA enough because their stupid new app system failed me miserably. Not miserably, obviously. I got back into the van eventually, but it was nonsense. Another good reason to be subscribed and have notifications turned on. But I was just trying to book the tow for tomorrow morning. You do a Google search saying, can I schedule a tow truck with AMA? And it says yes, but that's just because it's just assuming that you mean even right now. So I put in a request on the bloody app, and it said, you'll have a tow truck by 11:05 p.m. tonight. They're good. And there's no way around. There's no way to edit anything on the app. And well, you can cancel your request, I think. So I had to call back to the automated number and scream at the AI bot, live agent, live agent, live agent. Finally, I got a live agent. And he informed me that, oh no, we don't schedule future tows. Why? I pay for the membership. Whatever, it is what it is. So I'm just going to have to wake up early and put in another request for Lucky to get her big fat booty towed over to Mickelson's. Here's what it is. Okay, I say this is enough. The Jackery's not quite at 100%, but it's close enough, and I'd rather just move on with my life. No more power for you. Unplug this. Thank you for your service. Let's get this all wrapped up. There we go. Sealed up. Let's get the generator put away and get rid of some garbage, and then get Penny. Didn't have my keys for Grace on me the last time I came over here. We got garbage. We've got lots and lots of garbage. right, Miss Penny, you want some dinner? You gonna come eat? Oh, that's not good. It's the vent's blowing right at you. We're gonna have to move this. Hang on. Yes, I know. Here, let's move you over here. Here. Even right here probably works a little bit better, eh? What? Yeah? Okay. All right, you. Come here. Oh, I forgot your little rubber lid. I'm gonna have to go back and get that from Lucky after dinner. There you go, Putty Tat. Bone. Apple tits. Ah, yes, paper towel on the bed. Why? Why do you keep yours? Okay, let's put the cat food maybe up here, up in the overhead. And I was gonna make myself something for dinner, but honestly, I'm a little tired, so I decided to just make a pit stop instead. Oh, and this is gonna be dinner for me tonight in Big Fella. Oh, feels nice to sit down. I probably should not have been lugging all of these power stations and who's its and what's its around, but no paper straws for me. Let me pierce my stainless steel straw through your plastic lid. Unbelievable. I gotta get this in my gullet, and then I'm probably gonna need to go get water because I don't have my tank in here. And I'm gonna need to probably unwrap my toe and soak it. I will also need water for that. Lots of it. Oi! At least I have room to do that sort of thing now. That's cool. Kitty had hers. Now I have mine. Don't bother me while I'm eating my dinner. There we go. Yeah, we're slowly getting comfy, huh? Hey, yeah, we got our pirate blanket, our pillows. We're slowly making it work. And now it's time to hopefully finally relax. My back is screaming at me, so I'm gonna hunt out my TENS machine in a minute. I think it's in my backpack, which is up there. That's good, easy access. And then I'm gonna take these socks off now because those Crocs, in case you didn't know, are not waterproof. And this is what I'm rocking still. Ha-ha! I'm getting pretty good at putting my big white mock cast on. Water jug over there. It's been a while since I bought one of those. And a candle, yes. Nice scented one. I can't remember. A spa something or other. Whatever Walmart had. It's a Mainstays brand. And I also brought in my wipes. You gotta grab some of these sport wipes. Oh, and check this out. The EcoFlow fits perfectly in this little cubby beside the bed. I'm also going to need a paper towel rack, and I'm just seeing right now that might be a great spot for it. Hiya! If you need a tissue in the middle of the night, everybody just calm down. But it's also easy access for when you're in this space and you need one. So that could be a potential thing for the future. For now, toes. Well, toes in a minute. You comfy? I brought your bed in, just so you know. It's over on that seat right now, because we're still getting stuff put away. But if you want your bed from Lucky, that's where it is. You can also stay here. That is no problem at all. I saw her chasing something earlier. Kind of freaked me out. Like, it's winter. There shouldn't be any bugs in here. Better not be any mice either, right? You'd take care of that, wouldn't you? I hope so. All right, now toes. Woo. You're still a little weepy under there? Holy Dinah. I should probably stay off of you for a while. Ugh. Yeah, my toes definitely seen better days. Yuck. Okay, that is nasty. So, got a jet boil clocking away here to get me some hot water. I got this collapsible foot bath that I used once already. So we're gonna put this down here. I've got, where did I put them? Epsom salts. Right here. And we're gonna make ourselves a foot bath. Ugh. I'm gonna have to remove my trousers for this. So I feel like our epic quest of a day has come to an end. I'm excited for my first night in the bus. We will see what it's like in here. Should be quite cozy, but I'm curious and we're learning. So we got to get up early and book a tow truck, and the fun just never stops. So I'm going to leave this one here. And I'm going to say, as always, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. Remember, you can't make everybody happy, Because you're not tacos. All right. Let's soak some toe damage.